Howdy guys, Brian Brushwood recording the morning after Night Attack, and boy howdy did we have a lot of technical kerfluffles. It was a confluence of horrible events. The stream kept going down, and some of the recordings that were backed up on MetaCDN got corrupted. However, our crack team was able to put together the entire show you're about to listen to. There are 4 breaks where you'll just hear a little bit of like bleep. Just pretend like the show had a stroke during those times, and we'll keep on going. Moving forward, we're going to make it up to you. We're going to do a bonus show this week on Thursday. Justin will be live in studio, and hopefully everything will run a lot smoother. You'll hear us talking about possibly doing trial by jury. That didn't end up happening this episode, but it will happen in 24 and a half hours as I record this right now. So, no charge for this half-assed, cobbled together Franken Monster episode. You'll get a real episode 2 days. So this week you get 2 episodes. So take a listen, have a good time. And as always, thank you to all of our proud patrons who make the show possible.
This is a simple test that will predict your death.
Oh, God, that's not... You did this on purpose.
Basically, all you have to do is start standing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sit on the floor and stand back up. Just don't use your hands. By the way, people that scored 3 points or fewer were more than 5 times as likely to die than the next 6 years.
I can try it.
All
Let's
right,
go ahead.
all right,
Let's do it.
so-
I'm standing up. I'm gonna need you guys
Oh,
to count the points.
Yeah.
So we can find out how close I am.
All right.
Oh, don't
Death.
worry. Other than sitting, the thing that I'm second best at is being judgmental.
Is judging other people sitting.
Yeah, very good.
So there
Look at
we
how
go.
not close to death you are. I thought that was very impressive.
Really, you thought that's the best a sit could possibly be?
Okay, here we go.
Look
No,
at
that was good. That
was
was
very
good.
good.
Nailed it.
That.
Nailed
Look
it.
at that.
A little lean forward.
Ah, death! You got
He's
your
laughing.
icy clutches away from me.
Laughing in the face of death.
Yeah. Well, number one, that's great news for me.
That's
because
great.
I
You
was
can-
not looking forward to dying. Second, I feel like if you just put down yoga mats at a Golden Corral, you would just be watching death.
Help! I'm trapped in 7 different kinds of meat!
Ma'am, please, you need to
I don't
stand
even
up.
understand how there are 7 different meats! How many animals are you serving?
When you were talking about the meats, ma'am, you just had like your knee touch the ground when you were trying to sit.
Oh, God! I'm just... Number 1, I don't want to die. Number 2, I'm trying to understand. I understand beef. I understand chicken.
Sure.
I understand lamb. What
Oh,
are the
yes.
other 4?
Also, while you were naming the meats,
Yeah.
elbow hit the ground, so that's going to be another point.
Well,
you're
let me just-
actually you're 3 years closer to death.
Well, let me just
right
finish the
there.
prime rib I have in my hand because I feel
Yeah.
like that's throwing me off.
Let her finish it. Just let her finish it.
I paid for this prime rib!
You just sit down there and eat that. You enjoy it.
Oh, hells yes! Oh my God, beautiful people. You know it's Tuesday night. That means we got to bring you the best and the worst of the internet. It's Night Attack. Doing our thing since 20 minutes ago. Hello, beautiful people. I'm Brian Brushwood in Austin, Texas. That's where we text and drive. We ain't ashamed to admit it. Don't mess with texters. Don't send us a text is what we always say. But make sure to send a text over to my other brother from 3 other mothers. It's Justin Robert Young. What's going on, JRY?
It was actually upon 3 births that collided into a confluence of fetuses that I was created.
Well, actually, if I remember correctly, it was a strange confluence of events. There was a bachelorette party in one boat, and it happened to run into the SS Jerkoff, which is a gay cruise, where everybody was about to climax onto a bagel because that's the urban legend we'd heard about gay people. And then they landed in the water, all the sperm swizzled about, and you emerged fully formed at
Brian,
30 years
listen,
old.
that was the urban legend. Science fact tells a different story.
Yeah?
It was upon jerking off on the bagel that a fortuitous seagull swooped in, grabbed the bagel, and flew it, giving but a gentle smear and a mild insertion into not 1 but 3 women.
Right. Well, and I remember they were all upset because they went to the doctor and they were like, I'm sorry, you only have 1/3 of a baby. It's never going to happen.
Till next week, and I'm like, well, calm down. Give us 2 seconds to fix the problem.
This is amazing. This is a overly proactive guest star. It's our new skit where everybody freaks out. This is like, you're like, I'm sorry. Is there a delay? You want me to quit? I'll quit. We'll do that. All right.
Somebody-
Chat room is thrilled because they can finally see their dick in their hand.
Brian.
Well, no, dude, I set it all up. It was like they lost their sight masturbating. And
Now they can see it.
All right, go ahead.
Tay Allen says, "Shut the fuck up, Brian." I don't know why she's texting me that, but it's definitely a thing that happens. Do we want to start again? You just want to leave this in.
No, well, we're definitely leaving all this stuff in. Can I
That's how
talk to you?
like it.
Can I
Leave
talk?
it in.
I like my steaks, warts and all. I love big warty steaks.
100-year-old.
100-year-old is
Wait, no.
what is that?
Yeah, Cheeto, leave this in. All right, so today we have the wonderful and very on top of it, Tay Allen, who is watching right now and is going to not only explore the warm castle today, but also we are going to debut her brand new viral video, 50 Shades of Tay.
Real quick, when you said explore the warm castle, is that like a general euphemism or something specific we're talking about?
Wait, Brian, you're not familiar with exploring the warm castle?
Exploring the warm castle. It sounds sexy. That's for damn sure.
Well, Brian, it's the hit Choose Your Own Adventure erotic fiction novel that is sweeping Amazon. It was shouted out on Diamond Time a few weeks ago. And gosh darn it, if we're not going to lead young Tay Allen through this erotic journey, the likes of which she's never seen before.
Yes, and all of a sudden it's occurring to me that I just assumed I would be able to read it in a web browser, and I don't think I can.
You can.
Oh, okay.
When you click to buy it, it'll say read it right here in the web browser, and you can click on that.
Oh, great. All right. Well, we'll deal that down the road. Hey, man, what have you been up to over the last week?
Holy crap, dude. We, well, as Ashley's birthday on Friday, so we went out to dinner, had a bunch of drinking, and then went out for Valentine's Day down to this wine bar we go to, drank a lot. I'm starting to feel like this constantly drinking a lot of alcohol thing may not be for me anymore.
Wait, hold on. Were there negative effects? Were there ill effects?
No, it's just like, it's getting, and you hear this, right? And I was not one to believe it. Then, after a while, it just starts to take a little bit to get over it. It's not like I was responsible about it, didn't have a hangover, but it's just like 2 days in a row, and then, I want to, just lay down and start filling out my AARP card.
So, so you're saying nowadays when you drink, you just get pouty. You just want to talk about your opinions and go to sleep.
Well, no, that's 90% of my actual life, Brian. That's why I have a career in podcasting, is I just get cranky and want to yell my opinions at strangers.
Fair enough.
No, I don't know. I don't know what it is. I mean, have you not hit any kind of wall? Has your relationship with drinking been the same since you were a teenager? It is in no way evolved?
Well, and that's the funny part. I mean, certainly. I mean, first of all, teenager, I was 19. I had a month left of 19 the first time I ever drank alcohol. And, yeah, it certainly has evolved. Nowadays, it's just like, I don't know, it's just what I do to go to sleep. It doesn't have the spinny thrill that it used to. Bonnie's giving me the thumb down.
So wait a minute, hold on. It was a fucking roller coaster ride? You were riding the fucking Kumba at Busch Gardens, Tampa Bay when you were first sipping on some syrup?
Well, sure. Like every time you drank, it was an adventure. You didn't know how to handle yourself. You couldn't gauge. You couldn't pace yourself and all that stuff.
Put on a jungle hat and bring a machete. Show up to the Piggly Wiggly parking lot, and you're like, ahoy, mateys, an adventure awaits. And it's like, we're just drinking Mad Dog 2020.
Well, yeah, because everything was like an experiment. We were like scientists. It was just like, we're exploring a bold new dimension called being inebriated. What adventures await us this time? And, and then it's like, I don't know, that changes. When you got kids, you're just like, I just want to just be quiet, please. I'm having a beer. I don't know.
I don't know. For me, that was when I said, Brian, if you want to propose to me and ask me to have a baby, I think I'm ready. Because I was so done. I was like, this just isn't fun anymore. It's
you're talking about like the satisfaction thrill of going out and drinking and being with your friends or whatever.
It was just like, I still enjoy the friends and stuff, but it's just like, that whole, It's like,
so wait a minute. The whole like propose to me to have children was not so much a giddy adventure to start the kid
No, it
roller
was.
coaster, but so much as a closing of the door on the empty parade of.
No. It was like I knew I was ready for that next adventure because the other adventure, I was just like, I'm not giving anything up here anymore. I was just like,
You knew you were ready for that text adventure when you said that you were going to go north.
like, you know, I was very.
She said, she looked me in the eye and she said, inventory, Brian. And I
You said, these nuts.
yeah, you've got a half a crusted bagel and a knapsack.
And a wanton seagull.
Yes, exactly. And then she said, go east. Yeah, no, I don't know. Talk to me about like where your head's at. Like just going out is not doing it for you anymore.
Number one, I don't really have the same drinking habits that I had back before when I was single, and which was very nihilistic. Like it was just go to a bar and just get absolutely faced. Like that was what my relationship with alcohol was before. There was like I used to remember marveling at the idea that people would have collections of alcohol.
Oh, you're like, why is it still here? Why is it not in your bellies?
You could be drinking right now.
Yes.
That's insane. Why would you? That just seems like dumb. Like, you know, like if you have it, that says something about you, bro.
Yeah. So, okay, but are you going through a similar like awakening from that time now?
No, I think, well, it's partly I just don't drink as much anymore. You know, if anything, the majority of my drinking these days is like a few glasses of wine, like in the evening.
By the way, this is not a real photo, is it? Please tell me this.
This is not me. I mean, I assume it might be a real
Oh,
photo,
my
but it is somebody
goodness.
that looks not unlike me.
That is an adventure. Let me tell you, that man.
That
had
is an adventure. I'm more excited about hearing that, like, about your adventure situation. Like what. Oh no! I never thought about it as an adventure. I thought about it as a lifestyle. I thought about it as a situation that you are, stepping into that belays adulthood or maturity and maybe a little bit of recklessness.
Well,
but I never thought of it as like a wormhole.
Well, and it's not so much a wormhole, so much as like when I was in my early 20s just starting to drink, everything was an experiment, right? It was, I was fascinated, and I only knew what drinking looked like from television. So as I would drink,
Let me give you a little snapshot.
Uh-oh.
So Brian, I was not there, but I heard about this where Brian was at a bachelor party and being the life of the party, and he'd had his drinks, and he goes, "Hey, everybody, look at me!" And then he goes to dunk his head in the ice water.
Oh, Jesus. Okay, all right.
And he totally cracks his head. He just all that anybody could see is him just intentionally slamming his head into the ice chest. And then he knocks him on his butt, going, "Oh my god!"
So, yeah, no, it was definitely a moment where it's like I opened it up and the water was all slushy. It was half ice, half water. The cooler been there for a while. It was an all metal cooler. It was one of those industrial ones that you'd find like. I don't know, like Sarah Connor would grab a Topo Chico out of one before she went to Mexico. And in my mind, I was just going to slam my head down into the ice water and bring it. But instead, I called everyone's attention and then just full on cracked my skull on the side. So at that moment, everybody thought that was Brian's version of being the life of the party. Is like, hey, guys, watch this. And they're just cracking like I'm the freaking coked up biker at the bar trying to show off how tough he is or something. Yeah, that was not.
Did
so...
you like split your head or like give yourself a concussion?
Well, no. I mean, it was just I had a vertical or a horizontal goose egg across my forehead afterwards, and I was just like, and what's awesome is everything about what they saw looked like I was intentionally doing it. Like I thought this was a rad idea, and I'd show them how tough I was.
That was the awesome part about it.
Yeah, well, I mean, to them, they're all like, "Oh man, look at Brian. He's doing his Brian thing again." Cracking his head across the metal cooler.
It'd be so great if that was your calling card for the rest of your life, right? You're just
and I never liked
it. Brian Brushwood, after swearing himself in, rammed his head into the Bible, splitting it wide open. The first man on Mars, Brian Brushwood, slammed his head traditionally into a Martian rock, being the first man to bleed out on Mars.
So what I really wanted...
The head smasher strikes again.
I wanted to talk to you about something that And I'm typing a search in right now. So,
Miles around, come to visit the grave of Brian the Head Smasher Brushwood to symbolically smash their own heads on his gravestone.
so have you been watching Scott Johnson's Vines lately?
I don't know at what point I might have stopped, so I don't know.
What I mean, do you know his current jag that he's on?
No.
All right, so here's the first one I saw. This is a video for the audio listeners. This is a video of the Supreme Court where you see Ruth Gator, or Ruth. I'm gonna call her Ruth Gator Ginsburg. Yeah, they call me Ruth Gator. You see her asleep, and then you hear Scott say the following commentary. Here we go. Boom. Yeah, wait, no, go, give me. There we go.
Smoke weed every day.
So it's just
Smoke weed every day.
so it's Ruth Ginsburg like cashed out at the but then it keeps going. You got RoboCop.
Smoke weed every day.
All he does is he just finds images of people looking high as fuck and then shout smoke
You know
weed
what the
every
funniest
day.
thing is I just put together a board for jury.
Yeah. Hold on, wait.
And
Smoke weed every day.
Tom Merritt looking high.
And like on that board is this.
Hey.
This is what happens before the smoke weed every day thing. We
That's
have, like,
amazing.
Two sides of the same coin.
I don't know which other of these he's done, but it's got to be this one, right?
Smoke weed every day.
All right, you guys got to send me the rest of these. 'Cause I
Apparently,
don't-
Dills uses that whenever somebody donates to him on his Twitch stream.
This is amazing.
Hey.
Oh, okay. He's just teasing it on there. Amazing. Yeah. So anyway, that's what Scott Johnson's up to, and I'm kind of jealous of his new hobby, to be honest.
Dude, man, he's doing it big. And we're gonna be at Nertacular, right?
Yeah, that's the current plan. Oh, by the way, we're zeroing in on South by So Wasted. We may have
The
guests.
Triple Crown. Of
Yes.
all Triple Crowns is coming into focus.
Although I will say, I don't know that this year we're going to invite everyone over to my house. That went long and was loud, and I blew out my voice. I think we'll try to limit everything to downtown. We'll have like a safe zone for the fun.
Yeah. Well, I think it's a lot easier now too. Like, now that like Uber's like a thing, and everybody like we don't necessarily have to take the party till 2:00 in the morning with everybody there. Like you can get a. You can hang out downtown and then roll back. Although, if you want to save your voice, I don't know if hanging out downtown later than we normally do would be the best way to do it.
I mean,
it certainly would save the ruckus at your house.
Yes. Well, and I think that there was this temptation to like make the party as epic as possible and make it as huge. And we definitely went till the sun came up, man. We partied like we were 10 years younger than we actually are.
Smoke weed every day.
There was definitely a point in which I forget if it was Allie playing piano. Oh, no,
dude,
it was Allie playing piano and you dancing on top of it like
Yep.
it was Reefer Madness.
Yep.
That was definitely a thing that happened.
Well, and in fact, Jackie Hearn very briefly posted a YouTube video of it, and both Allie and I reacted in horror, and she immediately took it down, and she was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. Should I not share that?" And both Allie and I separately said, "Look, we did it. That was the thing that happened. We'll own it. That's for you to decide if you want that out there, but that is definitely footage of us drunk off our asses singing way off key as she plays Journey on my hallway piano." That was definitely a thing. Oh, dude, is this somebody may have
And Jenny on your hallway piano.
white people rich, white people rich. Yeah, dude, this is a little bit what that night looked like. Smoke weed every day.
I just like had to call it. I was like, oh my God, This is too much, you guys.
It's yeah, that was an amazing. Wow, that was a thing that happened. Thank you to everybody.
It
who...
certainly was. Hey,
All right.
by the way, Brian, you want to know what else happened in
Mash.
in
Oh,
17?
Mash. Mash.
I wish I was Scott Johnson. I'm sorry. You were about to segue ever so eloquently into the fact that we have a bunch of Patreon supporters that make this show possible, if I'm not mistaken.
No, Brian, asshole. I was talking about 1795.
Oh, what happened in 1795?
Well, a fucking boat sank or some shit.
Damn straight.
Actually, my iPad, I did have facts. In my
I love the fact that like you muscled your way to the front of the line, and then you were handed the mic, and you're like, a boat sank.
and then I had a tumor that made it a one seagull shoved a bagel in my pussy.
Yeah, man, look, there's 1,795 of the hardest of the hardcore. We like to call them Diamond Club, who are making this show possible, contributing nearly $2,000 per Tuesday night shenanigan. And we're spending those moderate stacks. We're making a lot of improvements. We're making a lot of stuff happen. I'm really excited that the show's got a budget. We're growing. We're showing up on time.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I'll tell you what, I'll send this out, or I'll give this to Cheeto to send out to the patrons, but so you'll be able to get it there. But thanks to the money that was spent here in the studio, Andrew Bancroft came by and we shot 2 little music videos for songs of his. So you can get those there, and that's all money that we have used from the Night Attack Patreon sampler that we can get to everybody. So now is the time that if you want to support the show, then head on over to patreon.com/nightattack. Just make sure you get on there at any level, and you will be able to get not only all of the previous albums, that is Permission to Come Aboard, the Belmont tapes, but also the new as yet unrecorded.
Yes, absolutely. And Carl's asking if we're going to do our name attack. Dude, we could certainly dedicate some time to going through the rest of the name attack. We certainly have no shortage on the list of broken promises that Justin and I have made, but we'll do our best.
We're going to be in town. I'll be in town a lot. It'll be way easier. We're going to go back and forth, Run DMC style.
Yeah, damn straight. Hey, man, you want me to get our special guest on the line?
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, you remember our next guest when we used to be on another show and we were ruthlessly making fun of a music video only to have our sins immediately revisited when it was realized that the person who we were ignorantly making fun of was indeed watching us. She is the goddess of hashtag AWKPOP, AWKPOP. Ladies and gentlemen, the author of the 50 Shades of Tay viral video that, as we speak, is currently lighting the fields of the internet aflame.
It's going great. Keep going.
It is. So fun. Speak only. Tay339 says you might have just seen my nipple, Tay Allen.
She's really about to come on the line. Remember how we said
Tay
that?
Allen, of course, the author of Mass Text. Brian,
Yeah.
I didn't get your mass text, yet I'm in your contacts. The
Wait.
fuck, bro?
Indeed, man. I am so trying to call her up. She should be in her contacts. She's not on there. Tay Allen. Unfortunately, all that's coming up when I type in Tay.
She's not in your
Invented in 2004 and bought by Google years later, has become a cultural phenomenon. It was upon this platform that a young Tay Allen, a University of Southern California grad, decided she would make her fame. But was it worth the cost? Mass text certainly swept the fields. However, it was mocked mercilessly by many platforms, including...
Stop! Don't bring up the terrible thing. Oh, there it is right here. Oh, good. Look at this. This was okay. Okay, keep going. Now you can do it.
Oh, mass text was a thing, and then other people said things. If you ever said a thing in your life, then you might want to realize that there's other people watching. Many times the people that you're making fun of. The internet has no true
All right,
masters,
all right, all right.
Brian.
I'm calling it. I'm calling it. Look, Tay, just call in. Call or either the old line or call into Night Attack show. For whatever reason, literally, she wasn't in my contacts. I'm sorry. Like we thought that she would be, and I'd be able to get her right on the line, and it would be super smooth, and it wasn't. And what's funny is she texted me. She literally texted me a singular text that looked like it was the name of a Skype handle, but when I typed it in, nothing came up. So, wait, ladies and gentlemen, we have live on the line Tay Allen. Are you there?
Oh my God, how am I not in your contact? I'm serious right now.
I am so sorry.
Freaking serious.
I am utterly in love with that. Is that a money feather boa that you're rocking?
This is all the money I'm not making on YouTube.
We can certainly relate to
How are
that.
you, gentlemen?
Dude, thank you so much for joining us, Tay. So, you hit us up because you had a new. Do you want to start right with the new video, Justin, or do we have some other shenanigans we want to talk to?
Well, we want to eventually go through exploring the warm castle. It's
Oh my God, what is this? I'm so scared.
we need listen, it's a story of a young woman who goes through quite a journey, and we need a protagonist. And when we were trying to think about who to cast, well, if it isn't the internet's favorite songbird, Tay Allen, you're going to be an absolute hit.
All right,
Oh my God, did you call me a songbird?
let's.
That's so sweet. Oh my God, I'm so excited.
Oh my God, she just knocked over the camera. That's how excited she was. All right, Justin.
I can't contain my boa.
Do you want to? Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. One of our fans wrote an erotic fiction, choose your own adventure story that's currently available on the Kindle. By the way, can I just say real quick? I don't think I've had the chance to catch up with you. I don't want to say you've done a rebranding, but you've done a clarification of your brand where you coined the term awk pop about celebrating the awkward, which I utterly adore. The fact that you have a positively stated specific hook for your position. It took you a while to find that phrase. How did you come across it?
Oh my God, that is so sweet of you to say. Honestly, thank you for acknowledging it. And I started yeah, good. Glad it makes sense because, like, Lord knows most of what I do doesn't make sense. But yeah, being here in Austin, very pro Austin. Also, thanks, Justin, for letting me know that you're coming to Austin, aka not letting me know, aka not your contacts. I live here. No one's inviting me. Bonnie is the only one who's ever gotten a meal with me. Just want to say all of that.
We gotta fix it. Man, this is awkward. Someone should write a song about what it's like when you go on a show and nobody told you that. Smoke weed every day.
Skype call. I'm appalled. Anyway, yes, living here in Austin, I have just met all these smart, interesting, dynamic, and by that I mean only nerdy tech guys who yeah, they've just given me like help, like with things like a website. Like at this call, I'm launching my brand new website. Yay!
What?
Wait, hold on. What the hell's happening? Where can people find you?
And join the Tatum, my cheer champions, and we fight the battle of Awk Pop. And I'm gonna do a rock song called Cheer Champions. It's awk and roll, and it's just all like be awk and so awkward and like embellish it and let's change the world because we should take over. Whether you're a socially awkward gamer or an awkward 13-year-old gay boy in South Africa or me, we are the new norm.
Ooh, wow, that's well stated. That's a mission
like
statement.
Yes.
Violent revolution.
Crunchy's saying awk and roll, right on, dude. That's
I like
fantastic.
that
I
awk and
call it
roll.
revolution with a wink.
All right, so let's. Speaking of awkward, let's go ahead and get awkward as we take an erotic fiction journey through the warm castle. I guess first of all, it looks like we have a main character. You'll be providing the decisions here, Tay. Justin, how do you want to divvy up paragraphs here?
Yeah. Well, here, no. Let's just go chapter by chapter, like
Okay, section by
section.
section. Got it. Okay, all right, here. So
right.
let's get started right here. Oh, Tay, beginning. Alyssa looked up at the castle gate and wondered, not for the first time, what had she been thinking? Why had she accepted this rather than sell it? She really couldn't do anything about it now. The contract was signed and the castle belonged to her for the immediate future. There was no turning back now. The outside of the castle was in perfect shape, complete with working drawbridge and portcullis. It had been modernized to the extent that a keypad was used to open the portcullis. That's an important detail. Inside the castle walls, however, little stood for the glory days of the castle. A single structure stood towards the middle of the grounds. This housed all the livable rooms in the castle. The actual space inside wasn't much more than most two-story houses. She had 2 bedrooms, the master bed chambers, and a guest chamber, each with their own bathroom. There was a rather nice indoor spa and pool area with a hot tub, sauna, and a pool that was big enough to swim and dive in. She also had a great dining hall, which was the center of the castle and had to be traversed to reach the corridors leading to any of the rooms. Attached to the dining hall directly was a completely rebuilt and modern kitchen. It was a hard choice as to whether or not the kitchen or the pool would become her favorite room. The castle did have a servant's quarters and a dungeon, but they were in an area where the wall had collapsed, exposing the rooms to the elements of the outside world. Oh my God. A bunch of other stuff about the castle. She entered the door, skipping ahead. The dining hall was too big for her purposes, but she could use it and make it work. She put her notepad away and stretched. Her journey had been long and she was tired. She would have another full day to think before Riley would arrive. Now was the time for her to forget about what to do and relax. To relax and go to the pool, go to scene 2. To relax in the bedroom, go to scene 3. Which one do you want to do, Tay Allen?
Oh, wow, there was just so much architecture discussion. I'm really perplexed. Just trying to make sure I'm in the right room currently. I am going to get very opinionated about this, but I would like to let the first decision be a joint one with the chat room. So, chat room, what do you think? Pool or bedroom?
That's, in the meantime, let's see what Bob McBob's status is over here. This is, hold on real quick. We have our frozen image and smoke weed every day.
People are suggesting that, Tay, you can't have a 339 if you don't go into the pool.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, then, let's go to the pool,
All right.
gentlemen.
To the pool you go. Take
Here
it away,
we go. Scene 2. She decided to relax in the warmth of the pool. She could always turn up the heat in the hot tub if she didn't think the pool was warm enough. She opened her bag and dug out a towel, a book to read, and her music player. She gasped in surprise as she opened the door and felt the increased heat. She smiled. The door had been opened during her tour, which had prevented the full effect. She no longer doubted that the pool's temperature would be adequate. She left the door open and walked over to a bench, which sat between the pool and the hot tub. She laid her towel on the bench and sat her book down, walked over to the sound system and connected her music player. The pool area had speakers that she wanted to take full advantage of. She began to swim. She surfaced and smiled. The water was warm. She'd been told that it was, but it still surprised her. She started to swim around the pool doing laps, but actually swimming around the entire pool. Soon, she picked up to a pace that had her heart matching the beats of the music and then swim laps. When the playlist looped, she slowed and took up a relaxing pace to cool down from the workout. When her heart rate slowed, she swam back to the edge and climbed out. She carefully picked up the towel and, being careful not to get her book wet, dried her hands before wrapping the towel around her, keeping her warm.
I don't know about you, Bonnie, but I'm already feeling a little hot and bothered at the thought of swimming laps.
Boy, I thought there would be much more sex by now. All the dragon fantasy romance novels that I read, it's like page 2.
All right, so we got to sit on the bench and read.
We've got
go to scene 7.
We've got a girl that's dripping wet. What else do you want?
To enjoy the hot tub, go to scene 5. To retire to bed, go to scene 3. What's it going to be?
Okay, there is no retiring going on here, gentlemen, so we can X that one out.
All right.
To sit on the bench, that sounds so fucking awkward. What the hell is that? I guess enjoy the hot tub. I'd like to point out one of the chat room guys said, Tay offered me the bedroom and I chose the pool. What a fool. I concur.
All right, scene 5. She walked over to the wall near the hot tub and turned the temperature up. The jets beneath the water started to pulse and water started to bubble in steam as it moved within the hot tub. She went to the built-in dock housing her music player and switched from her workout music to a more relaxing playlist. She then walked back to the bench, picked up her book, and walked back to the hot tub. She couldn't think of anything more relaxing right now as she let the towel fall to the tiles and carefully stepped into the hot waters, making sure to keep the book from getting wet as she lowered herself. That's very thoughtful of her. She shifted around in the hot tub for a few minutes until she found the perfect spot where the jets massaged her. She leaned back so she'd stay in place and then opened the book. I feel like that was a tease. She leaned back to stay in place and then opened the book. She started to read and relaxed further as the water pulsed against her skin, sighing happily as she turned her attention fully to the book. She read a few chapters before pausing with a grin. She had an idea. She sat the book down behind her and pushed it as far from the hot tub as she could. Once again, she slipped back into the water and adjusted her position in the hot tub and let the water...
Okay, is it happening?
It's happening. And let the water pulse across her nipples. She moaned as the water...
Thanks, Prospero.
Brian just like rip it off like a Band-Aid.
Pulse across her nipples.
She moaned as the water played over her skin. Wanting more, she turned around in the hot tub until one of the jets pulsed against her lower lips. She reached down and spread her lips apart, letting the water pulse against her clit and into her. She moaned out loud
Me.
as the water made her come. She lowered herself into the water so she was braced against the edges of the hot tub. She found a position that allowed the jets to pulse not only into her pussy, but across her nipples as well.
Nipples.
She cried out at the multiple sensations stimulating her, the water fucking her as it pulsed.
Oh my God, Bonnie, do we need to tell him how this really works?
No, he amuses me.
Built up another orgasm, which she held back until she could no longer resist. She cried out louder as she came again and again. The music turned off, but she didn't notice. She was crying out so loud as the water brought her to orgasm that she was drowning out the music to her own ears. Her toes curled as she came again, and she let her head slide up back her body. The water
Boy,
pushing
I
against...
really wish it was this easy. This is
I
great.
know. I am loving this. I'm like, really?
The water pushing against her lips and still over her clit as she adjusted her position again. She started to tingle as she became even more sensitive. She slowly pulled herself out of the flow of the jet. She breathed heavily and smiled. She could maybe learn to love it here. So many things she could do now that she had only dreamed about. It would be even better after some remodeling.
Oh my God.
He is very focused on the layout of this home.
She relaxed her eyes.
This is supposed to be some porn, so.
Here, Brian, I got the character.
Okay. What is it?
No, keep going.
Oh, got it. She relaxed with her eyes closed as she thought about all the things that were possible in her new home.
Having fun?
A male voice asked. Startled, she bolting upright in the water, using muscles she didn't think could function, her hands covering her breasts. As she turned and looked up at the man, then smiled as she recognized his face. Riley! She paused. You jerk! She said as she stood up out of the hot tub and hugged him tight to her. I guess we go straight on to scene 6.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Hey, you're still wet.
He said, let me click back with a grin and hugged her back.
Payback for sneaking up on me like that.
She picked up the towel and wrapped it around her.
I did not sneak up on you. I turned the music off. I tried to say hello multiple times, but you were just having too much fun.
He smiled and pulled her into his arms again. His lips found her ear and he whispered,
I really like when you're wet. You're overdressed to be saying things like that, she whispered. So you can say anything you want since you're not dressed at all?
She pushed him away enough to see his grin. She grinned as she thought of a way to get revenge.
Am want to show you something.
Boy, she's got the sexiest voice. She walked him over to the
shut
pool.
up. It sounds just like me, motherfucker.
I was heated by a natural hot spring, the same one which actually heats the floor of the entire castle.
She stopped near the edge of the pool.
Now look how clear the water is here.
He looked at the area of crystal clear water she indicated, bending over the pool's edge slightly to get a better view. To push him in the pool, go to scene 15. To dive into the pool, go to scene 14.
Oh, we gotta get this going. Push him in the pool.
Okay, so you need to
All right,
get
well,
some...
hold on, wait. Tay, before, and Brian, I think you're going to be all-time narrator now that there's characters here.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on this character so far?
Well, I want to relate to her love of the architecture. Obviously, she too has watched much HGTV, and I can appreciate that. You know, I really wish that I too could orgasm in 2 paragraphs. I have never been able to do that. But, you know, maybe she's walking around the castle with some Kegel balls or something's happening to help warm this up.
Dude, I'm sorry, is that like a snack food, Kegel balls? Is that something I haven't experienced before?
Honestly, you have not frequented the West Hollywood sex shops awkwardly like I have, trying to figure this whole sexuality deal out. Kegel balls, are we talking about this?
Yes,
Am I allowed to
yes,
talk about
this is happening.
I mean,
Embrace the awkward. I don't know if maybe this is uncharted territory for you, but we believe you should be awkward and be proud.
absolutely.
Thank you.
And Brian,
Hashtag
listen.
Peacock. I
this is-
trademarked it.
Have you really?
I think
I got a lawyer and everything.
That's amazing.
Start using it. Good. Okay.
All right, I'm sorry. Justin was saying something. What's that?
I mean,
Yes.
Kegel balls they're obvious. You know, you play them. They take 2 mana. It's 4/1 plus taunt.
Dude, I'm telling you, this is we made a promise. We made a promise.
Just leave it go. Just leave it go. Leave the jokes go. They're gonna be there for who gets them.
All right, fine. All
love
right,
it.
look, scene 15. She turned and pulled his head down towards her and kissed him. When he stood back up, she pushed him into the water, then jumped in after him. She dunked him before he could surface, then swam back to the edge of the pool and tried to push herself out. She gasped as a hand grabbed her ankle. She sucked in air as she was pulled back under the water. She looked into his eyes as he pinned her up against the wall of the pool. Under the water! They kissed, and she smiled, and his hands caressed her body. They were on her hips, her arms, and then gone as she frowned as she was pushed towards the surface. She broke the surface a second before he did, and they took in the air at the same time. He swam past her, shaking his head slightly as he climbed out of the pool and grabbed her towel. Hey. She scrambled out of the water and reached for the towel before grasping
God,
that somebody
I've definitely
else's.
dated this guy.
Well, this time when she surfaced, he was gone. Her towel was on the ground and her clothes were missing. She sighed and dried her hands off as much of her body as she could before wrapping the towel around her and gathering up her book and music. She walked back to the dining hall and sighed, shaking her head when she noticed that her bags were gone. Muttering a few curses as she crossed the dining hall and opened the door that led to the bedrooms. She walked down the corridor, now very happy that the hot spring heated the castle floors. It didn't take her long to walk past the guest room and reach her room. She opened the door and looked around the room. No bags. On the bed, however, was a towel and her fuzzy jammies. When she dried off and put her jammies on, she noticed that something else was on the bed. She moved the blanket to uncover one of her vibrators. The first one he had given her. She smiled and set it on the bed, and then left the room and went to check the guest room. She found her bag sitting at the foot of the guest bed. Oh, you think I'm going to sleep?
Oh, you think I'm going to sleep with you?
She asked the empty room. One bag was missing, though. She opened the bags and checked. Her clothes were all there. Her toys were missing. She sighed and took the bags back into her room, talking to the empty hallway as she walked.
If you want to put those away, be my guest.
To continue searching for him, go to scene 19. Go to the kitchen for dinner. The next scene.
I mean,
Well, Tay,
girls gotta
you
eat.
said that you've dated somebody like this. Have you ever been abandoned in a pool and your sex toys taken out of your luggage and left around an ancient castle?
Yeah, I mean, this sounds like last Friday night. Like, okay, guys, so I tried Tinder for 2 weeks, and like, first of all, just the hey, like, dudes, if you're talking to a chick, bring more than just hey, because I'm gonna say, obviously, this is always my response. Obviously, you meant hey Tay.
Well, maybe you just haven't had the right hey. Can I try out a few heys for you, Tay?
Oh boy! All right, bring it.
All right, just rank it 1 to 10 as they come along.
Okay.
Here's the basic.
And first of all, this is the normal like walking up on the beach kind of hey, right?
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So here we go. Here's the first one. This is just basic model. Hey.
Ooh, that was kind of hot.
Okay. All right. That's good. That's good. All right. Now this is
That's like a 7.
all right.
Okay. Well, here, Brian, just go ahead and name some of the nicknames for the heys that of course populate the male lexicon.
See, I think we need to have a call-in section. We ought to have Tay back and do this as a call-in.
Dinner gets a date.
Look, the lines are open at Night Attack Show if you want to call in. Meanwhile, we're gonna give you some of the best hits in the haze.
Oh my god, is this Night Attack Bachelorette? I've always wanted to be the Bachelorette. I applied 4 times and I never even got a return call.
Okay, so let's do let's hear the pox talks, Justin.
The what?
The pox talk.
The pox talk version of hey?
Yeah, yeah. The old
okay.
pox talk.
Oh, the pox talk. Oh, the pox talk. Hey, okay.
Yeah.
It's this. Hey.
-2. -2.
Into the
All right.
negatives.
Okay. Hey, that's a hard one to land. It's a real specialty. Right. So, what about another one?
What about the cox talk? Hey.
The cox talk. Okay.
Yeah.
Huh?
3.
Okay. All right. You're here. You're not here though. It's like send. We're just not getting
really
video.
awkward picture of me and then like a MySpace head.
Yeah.
I don't appreciate this.
If you can just click the little video button and try sending us video again, we'll see if we can make that happen.
Video is turned off.
I feel so responsible. I'm really sorry
Why? Why?
for suggesting phone calls.
Yeah, because it booted someone off.
Yeah.
No. Well, I'll tell you.
Oh, it's
Well, here, how about this?
You're my only
Tay?
friend, Bonnie, even though we haven't talked in 4 months.
Hey!
Not that she keeps track. So,
I really
Tay, do me a
do.
favor. Go ahead and restart. We'll do the ad read, and you can come right back on. We'll do our
Okay,
last
yeah.
bit.
Okay, that sounds good.
Yep. All right.
cool.
Good. All right. We'll have her right back. But in the meantime, we got to talk about our good friends over at
Mail route.
Mail Route. Hold on. Mail Route is the mailman, right? They deliver the mail.
They do.
They do a route.
Sleet or snow or a seagull trying to shove bread products up your pussy. They will deliver the mail.
Yeah, that's a weird thing for them to do though, because I thought they had a reputation for being enterprise class spam filtering. That's not what the mail. that's not
you
what the
mean
mail service-
mailroute.net.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No. So it's not like the mailman's route. It's mailroute.net.
No. Mailroute.net was actually a service long before the internet was even existed.
I mean, can we talk real quick about the conspiracy, the spam enabling conspiracy that is the U.S. Postal Service? These motherfuckers, they get paid by big spam to take spam and make physical copies of it and send it to your physical mailbox. And there's nothing you can do to stop it. There's no way to stop it.
It was President William McKinley in the late 19th century who said, if one more motherfucker gives me a piece of spam, I'm going to shit on the floor.
Oh my God.
Well, I believe it was Abraham Lincoln that foreshadowed all this when he says, I swear to Christ, I will fucking punch a man if I get more of this fucking shits.
I believe it was Millard Fillmore who so graciously and loudly yelled into an audience of supporters saying, spam, fuck!
Well, and if you remember, upon seeing the culmination of his creation, Robert J. Oppenheimer looked at the detonation of an atom bomb and said, I am become death, destroyer of worlds. My only regret is that it wasn't fucking spam I was blowing up.
And finally, of course, it was during the throes of World War II when Franklin Delano Roosevelt in his fireside chat said to a panicked nation, if there's one thing I hate more than a seagull shoving bread products at my wife's pussy, it's spam.
Also, I wish I could walk.
And then said, psych, I can, and got up on his robot legs and did the Charleston.
And he started singing along, going, eat that spam, suck my dick. I said, eat that spam, suck my dick. Smoke weed every day.
Just let me, fuck, we're going to the same place.
So anyway, that's why you should use mail route.
Oh, mail route, it's a spam filtering service. If you fucking love spam, then get the shit out of this fucking house.
Yes.
I swear to fucking Christ, I will sidekick the next person who says that I love spam because it's fucking not for you. It's not for me. Not what any self-respecting person is going to want in their life. So just go ahead over to mailroute.net/night attack. You're gonna get a 15-day free trial, and this shit is super fucking cheap. If you can edit your MX records, you're taking it to the max. You're not gonna have any fucking spam.
Dude, this is why
no spam is what you're gonna get in your goddamn life.
No, that's true, and that's why. Fuck, damn it! I had a line that rhymed, and I lost it. Now, and instead, I was thinking about a weed line like, "Take a hit, this shit's legit." Is their total tagline for mail?
See, that was great. Like you set it up, I knock it down.
So at any rate, yeah, man, if you could try it out for free, you get a free trial. Is that right?
15-day free trial, mailroute.net/night attack. But these, they're really, really cheap, even to do it. And tell you what, it's the best.
Da-da-da-da-da-da. All right, let me get Tay Allen back on the line. I want to know what the thrilling conclusion to this is. There we go.
I'll tell you what, we might actually just move into our last bit here, unless you just want to maybe go to. If Chat Realm wants to find for us the most fuck-filled chapter that we could read to embarrass Tay Allen, we can go back. Yeah.
I mean, we got to do something, man. I'm semi-erect right now. I can't finish this like this. Tay.
What? I see nothing. I am nothing. Am I
Wait. I just think we really need to go to the kitchen and see the backsplash, as it were.
That's amazing. Am I supposed to be seeing you right now?
Oh, you know what? I don't.
Or myself or anything? Turn on video?
Hold on. Yeah, you should be seeing me. Here.
Why is that terrifying picture and not my video?
Well, here, try calling NSFW show, the other line. There we go. I'm calling you on another line. We'll see if this works. This is not a terrible picture. It's an adorable picture.
Oh, no.
Yep, there we go. Can you send video, Tay?
It's sending.
Ah! Okay, well, look here. We've got you on by voice for sure. We can fix this later, but in the meantime,
let's just go to the 2-shot, so we don't have the
Are you saying it's too awkward that she would?
I
not
mean,
be able
I
to
don't know.
handle it?
She doesn't like it. I don't
That
know.
was like
It's
in the
good to
middle
me.
of like eating cheese or something. I don't know.
we could just leave this shot on at all times.
Oh my God.
All right, which would you like to go to? Do you want to continue to search for him or go to the kitchen and have dinner?
Yeah, we're going to the kitchen for the backsplash, right?
Yes, exactly. She
Perfect.
wasn't going to waste the night searching the castle first, she decided. She laid down on top of the blanket and pushed her shirt up. She cupped her breast and squeezed, moaning louder than she would normally. Hearing the echo of her moan in the hallway, she smiled and flicked her fingers over her nipples, moaning again.
Say it right, Brian.
She flicked her fingers over her nipples, moaning again.
Thank you.
She was playing it up for sure, but couldn't think of a finer form of revenge. She could feel her body start to react to her touch, and she didn't have to fake the moans so much now. She continued playing with her breasts and nipples, her hips rocking against the bed. She closed her eyes as she slid her hands down her body, unbuttoning her pants and pushing them down around her knees before she slid her fingers up along her inner thighs, teasing herself with the light touch of her fingertips over her lips. She let her moans come naturally now. She slipped a finger inside herself, then slowly another, slid her fingers around, making sure they were wet before she slid them up and rubbed them over her clit. She stopped caring about the echo in the hall as she rubbed herself. She slid her fingers back inside herself, slowly dragging them out over her clit against her other hand, squeezed her breast, rubbed her nipples, forgot about everything but the touch of her own skin. She played her fingertips over her nipples again before sliding them down and fingering herself while she continued to rub her clit. She thrust her fingers inside her hips, doing all the work as she brought herself over and over again. Breathing heavily, she sighed and smiled. She turned and saw the vibrator sitting beside the bed and smiled even more. She wasn't going to play his game. She didn't need help to get herself off and hoped that he heard everything as she remembered the open door. It hadn't moved an inch. Go to scene 4.
By the way, just go. I want people to analyze Brian's tone of voice over reading that. That was like the full gamut of emotions of like, I'm going to try to read it, and then I'm going to try to put on a show, and then at some point it's just like, oh my God, how long do I have to read this fucking erotic thing?
Somebody in the chat says, does Brian always angrily read porn?
Well,
I never thought this would happen to me.
Curtis LaRock very accurately points out there wasn't no fucking kitchen in that chapter.
That's true. That is totally true.
So you said the bed, like looked over at the
Tay
bed.
Allen.
Tay has dropped
there?
off, but we do have Todd Whitehead on the line. Todd, what's going on, buddy?
Gentlemen, are you reading Choose Your Own Adventure porn on my network?
Yes. We hope that's okay, boss.
Carry on.
Okay, good. Thank goodness. Wow, man, new boss, way better than the old boss. That was very cool.
Maybe if we don't drunkenly attack him and his family.
Yeah, let me give a call to Miss Tay Allen, see if I can get her back online. My guess is that she's rebooting right now. Man, so yeah, no matter what, you have to go to scene 4.
I know. I think she was really impressed by your reading. She just needed to take a moment.
She needed a little alone time.
I think maybe, yeah. Also, going to the kitchen for food is maybe a euphemism for just lying down and masturbating.
That's what I always tell the children. Mommy's
I'm
going down to the kitchen for food.
All right, I'm going to see if I can get Tay back on. In the meantime, we can, wow, man, we were going to do the whole trial by jury here. Oh, good, we do. We have Tay back. Good
I
deal.
am on my phone now. Who knows? Hello.
No, that works out fantastic. Hey, while you were gone, we masturbated in the kitchen. I hope that was cool.
Oh my God, that's my favorite place.
So here we go. This is the end. This is the end of your adventure, Tay, and it begins now.
Yeah. She opened the kitchen door and gasped as the smell of cooking food rushed out. She pulled the door open all the way and smiled. Riley was there, and for the state of the kitchen had been for some time. He was putting something in the oven, as he said.
Well, I am right. You haven't had dinner tonight.
Okay, by the way, is Riley Lando Calrissian? Is that what's going on?
Listen, man, as Ashley has pointed out to me many times, I only have so many voices.
He made it a statement, not a question, as he turned to face her. She started to run towards him, but he held up a hand, stopping her. He stepped away from the stove and walked towards her.
It's still hot.
He said to explain, then held his arms out to her. She ran into his arms and kissed him. She forgot all about the mystery and forgave him as soon as his arms were around her. Before she could ask any questions, he kissed her again and pushed her back against the island in the middle of the kitchen. Again, architecture. Pinning her against it. His lips found her ear and made her moan softly as he nibbled on her.
I'm afraid I'll have to replace your jammies, though.
She looked at him, confused. There was nothing wrong with her jammies.
I don't think they're gonna survive the night.
Oh my God, if I had a penny for every time a dude said that.
He whispered into her ear after pulling her close again. She opened her mouth to respond, but all that came out was a gasp as her fingers found their way past the buttons on her shirt, slipping under the fabric, finding her breasts. She had the moan. She moaned as she pinched in, rolling his fingers from the areola to the tip of her erect nipples.
Again with the architecture.
She let out another soft moan, which only grew in intensity as she continued. She gasped as he pinched her, and she blushed, and she felt herself grow aroused with need. Did she want to allow him to continue to dictate the rules? Oh, wow, that wasn't the end at all. We have to.
No, it wasn't. Well, here we go. I'll tell you what. I feel like we need to go. Listen,
turbo speed. Just the first sentence. Just the dialogue.
Yeah.
well,
God,
do you
please
want
just
to
the
keep
dialogue.
going with
This'll
this,
be
or do you
great.
want to do trial by jury? Like,
Dude, we can.
I guess we can't blue balls this. We got to go the whole way.
That's what I'm feeling like, right? I mean,
right.
so far we've only just been jerking off all around a castle.
The reason that I keep honestly going out of my video is so that I can play with myself during this.
Well, it seems legit. So which one do you want? You want to allow him to continue or stop and tease him instead?
Oh my god! Well, I like the idea of just doing the dialogue because so far all he does really is say "hey." So, okay, let's allow him to continue.
So right now he's rolling his
once
hands
upon
on
a
your
time in
nipples.
All right, here we go. Dialogue.
Just the dialogue,
only.
right?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. You're allowing him to continue.
Yep. Got it.
More.
Stuff happens.
Oh crap! Oh, you mean literally just the dialogue? Like no.
Yeah.
Okay. Off.
Pulled his shirt off. Stuff happens. His
How
tongue
are you
flicked
doing,
over.
sweetie.
He moved his head as his tongue flipped over her nipple. His fingers. There we go.
Off now! Wow, this sounds like a rape if you just read the dialogue.
Oh my god!
Wait. Sorry. Here we go. Right here.
Need you inside me. Oh wait, no, I already said that.
Oh.
I said off now.
Oh no, how you doing, sweetie? Was the only thing you missed. That's fine. Go ahead.
Need you inside me.
Took his other hand. I'm only gonna say the word nipples whenever I see it. And
Yes.
then it keeps going to scene 9. He didn't
Which
fuck her.
begins. Just read the first sentence.
He didn't fuck her immediately. He held himself inside her, enjoying the feel of her muscles squeezing against him. He
That's
stopped.
the Kegel balls because she used Kegel balls.
He stopped moving until her orgasm subsided, and then stuff happens. Oh, there we go. And
I love you. They said together.
end. Woo!
Oh my god, that's so romantic.
Did you say Diamond Club?
Club hopes you have enjoyed this program.
Oh, doggone it. It's gonna, I clicked the music and it did that lag thing. So in a few seconds, some music's gonna randomly play. But in the meantime, hey, do you want to watch Tay's new video, Justin?
Absolutely. The
boy,
Tay Allen is where you
If
need
we
to find
watch
her
this
on
after
YouTube.
what we just, there's a lot going on tonight, guys. Like this is intense.
So talk us through your new video. What should we know going into this?
Oh God. Well, okay. So I obviously have loved my relationship with Chat Realm. I feel very close to you guys and them. And when 50 Shades of Grey was coming out, obviously I had to do 50 Shades of Tay. And I was like, what can I do? What can I do? I want to be relatable. So I'm going to let you decide what that is. But I would like to have know that Zach Holder filmed this.
Lonely
So we
Dot
spent the
Geek.
whole day together and filmed this production. So keep that in mind as you see what you're about to see.
All right. I'm not entirely sure how that would color things, but this is.
Well, there we go. It's getting started.
Is that hold on real quick. Is that Zach's holding the hairdryer blowing your hair there?
I can't tell you what it is.
Okay.
But it's not
Okay,
very
yeah, because that's what we're all focused on.
Yes, of course. Of course. The semantics, yes.
so deep in your eyes.
Oh, that's not a hairdryer. Got it. That's like a spray
Every
thing.
time
Spray tan,
when you
Brian.
leave, I'm begging you not to go. Call your name 2-3 times in a row. Such a funny thing for me to try to explain. How I'm feeling and my pride is the one to blame. Yeah, 'cause I know I don't understand.
I would like to point out that this was the moment Bonnie walked by my office and stopped, and then like did this full on like reversal walking backwards. Like, Brian, what are you watching?
Right, this is just
That,
the middle
Brian,
of the day.
is what we call in the industry a dad moment.
Yeah.
As though.
else can. Got me looking so crazy right now.
Oh, sweet Jesus.
Got me looking so crazy right now.
I wish you guys could see Tay's reaction to us watching the video right now. It's amazing.
Got me looking so crazy right now. Your touch got me looking so crazy right now. Got me hoping you page me right now. Your kiss got me hoping you save me right now. Looking so crazy, your love's got me looking so crazy, your
That trombone and all. Man, here's what I adore about this video is that it's just enough. I mean, it's 1 minute and 15 seconds of nothing but looking like it's about to go full-blown pornography any second, and then to take the hard right turn into an uneven tan to be 50 Shades of Grey is amazing. Plus, also...
Good, I'm glad you liked. Oh God.
Which, for the audio listeners, so the revelation here is that Tay leaves sunning herself by the pool to come back to the harsh light of her bathroom to find that she has a spray tan that is borderlining blackface and uneven around her collarbone.
Yeah, that's so amazing. That was so unexpected. It's hard to get me these days, but you did it. Damn it.
Everybody who
so
watched that
glad.
should hashtag BEAWK, BEAWK right now. Let's go ahead and everybody hashtag. Because we're going to say things.
Yeah, man. Here we go. This is Who Even Remembers 2010.
It's better if I just forgot this simple act of love.
Man, this is like rock music like they have not made in a while.
I know.
I
Well, what's funny is like
know.
it's funny because I mean, you read something like that, you're like, oh, they're fans doing fan things, and you're like, oh no, these are fucking talented musicians. It's like I forget what an amazing. I mean, I don't know. I'm amazed every single week at the level of talent that we have listening and watching us. But
Insane, yeah.
it's great to
but
have
go
my
ahead,
nose rubbed
check
in
it out, Insomniac on YouTube, and they also got a podcast which you can find. Again, guys, fucking help us out here. Like, don't just put links. Like, you need to help out the voice talent here, and just give me things that I can say on the podcast, or else I'm just saying, hey, there's things. Anyway, guys, I clicked on a link. Look at me. Like, you gotta tell me where people can find it audio wise.
That's true.
But check it out, Insomniac. They're from St. Butt, Minnesota, which is a hilarious thing to say. And finally, hi, I'm Sunbun. I run the Dark Redeemer Rocks Diamond Club Trivia Crack League. If you don't know, Trivia Crack is a general knowledge trivia app. Players compete in 3 challenges per week. The player with the most points gets to rename the league and put the coveted Diamond Trivia Crack League belt flare on the subreddit. And bragging rights, of course. The league currently has 16 people, but we'd love to have more. Simply message Sunbun on IRC, Twitter, Reddit, whatever, with your Trivia Crack handle. Head on over to tiny.cc/crack.
See, you hear that? Sunbun's doing it right.
Thank Good God.
Right on. So we lost Tay. We'll try to get her back for the post show, and we'll see what kind of.
Hey, listen, man. Let me just say this: we fucking nearly made it a year before we had a total tech disaster episode. We went a beautiful year where we still looked like we were an actual network enhanced production, right?
Yep.
Like, it's just bound to happen at some point.
Yeah, look, it was going to happen no matter what. It'll be interesting to see how we're able to piece this together, how much of it will continue to live, thrive, and survive. We'll see. Who knows? But in the meantime, thanks for everyone for hanging out with us. We love you guys. We'll see you next Tuesday. We might have to do a makeup episode if this one didn't get archived. Our first lost episode, Justin.
Wow, I don't even want to just joke about that.
Die to fire, people.
See you next Tuesday.
Every time
Smoke weed every day.
hurt myself by pissing off some bees. I'm allergic to bees. Oh, Justin Robert Young, every time you go, I get so sad that I wanna drink a warm glass of Drano. Night attack, night attack, night attack. Night attack, night attack. I love you.
Diamond Club hopes you have enjoyed this program.